About a month ago, I received a phone call telling me to come to my company's main office to have a conversation with my supervisor. When I got there, I was told that I would be removed from my job because I was making too much money. And that the only jobs they had to place me on where I would be making the right amount of money were those that would conflict with my school schedule and prevent me from getting my bachelor's degree, even though I'm 3 units away from graduation. I then spent 3 weeks working a temporary account where I was, well, let's just say I got kind of sick. It was very painful. Then when I got off that, after putting in 80-hour weeks for my company, I was told, you take what we give you, or you find another job. I thought this might be a good time, since I am so well acquainted with the subject, to talk about anger. Now, obviously, I'm well acquainted with anger. Very upset about the situation I'm in. It looks like it may be resolved, but looks are very often deceiving. And my supervisor, who kept screaming at me and screaming at me and screaming at me because I wouldn't do what he said, well, looks like he's well acquainted with anger too. So, what happens when we get angry? Well, I'll tell you. On top of your kidneys, imagine your kidneys right here, right on top is the adrenal gland. That gland controls anger. When you get angry, your heart starts to beat faster, you breathe faster, and that gland releases adrenaline and endocrine into your system. That permits your blood to run sticky but loose through the system, so that in case you get into a fight and you're cut, it will scab over quickly, but the blood runs fast enough to keep your body running so that you can fight. But without that fight, without that release of anger, you enter an angry cycle. You have a stimulus, whatever it is that makes you angry. Let's just say a memory, or a conversation, or an event. And as long as that stimulus stays there, you continue getting angry. Angrier and angrier until you can't control yourself. Because the stimulus, the thing that makes you angry, is still there. A lot of weightlifters, especially ones that take steroids, they get angry. They've got that testosterone in their system, and then they get into this anger loop because the testosterone can drive that. So what do? Let's just say you're someone like me, like my supervisor, that has an anger problem. Well, it's simple. You start taking deep breaths. Sounds silly, doesn't it? I mean, I know you've heard hold your breath and count to 10, things like that. No, this is what you do. You take a 3-second breath. Then let it out. Slowly. What that will do is it will slow your heart rate, counteracting the anger cycle. Once that cycle has been counteracted, you'll stop being angry. Keep breathing slowly till your heart normalizes, and you've gotten back under control. In the modern world, anger doesn't always help. In fact, repeated bouts of anger can cause blood clots, can lead to heart attack, and a number of other health issues. Controlling your anger is a big thing. Now let's just say you've learned to use this breathing technique, but you get angry a lot. You've got all kinds of problems involving anger, and this technique doesn't seem to be helping. It's real funny. You do what a lot of people do. You talk about it. You find a friend, a relative, someone that isn't dumb enough to keep you angry, and you talk about it with them. What this does is called systematic desensitization. You remember the thing that makes you angry, you remain calm. Your brain goes stimulus, angry, calm, counteracting the anger. So, as you continue to think about this event, or thing, whatever it is that makes you angry, you begin being able to deal with it because you remain calm. Thinking about the thing that makes you angry and remaining calm. It sounds very simple, but it actually works really well. It's all based in perception. That's anger for you. We could all control it really easily if we choose. And my light just burnt out. Well, good thing I've got anger management training. The fuck?